Now you're probably thinking, Kyle, this isn't the shed and you're not building a Hilux. Well, you're correct. So here we are, we're at the airfield, waiting for our mate to pick us up in his helicopter. I don't want to alarm you, but you're looking at the new Luxifer. Well, the new Luxifer. That's the third iteration of this. This is what we're using for the new Luxifer. Now, the cab is coming off quite easily. This has been like this for about a week because it's annoying, and there's so many things that you bust your knuckles on, and I'm really just putting it on the back burner, but we're running out of time because we've got a very important event coming up. I don't know what that is yet, but I'm sure there's something coming up we need to get to. So without messing around anymore, we're going to get right into this. Now, you can see I've cut the sides off. I was trying to preserve the engine, and the reason I was trying to do that is because I wanted to, once I take this cab, I was going to fit a new cab to this vehicle and do something fun with it. However, that just takes way too long, and I don't have the patience for that, and so I'm just going to ruin the whole thing. So if you want anything off this Hilux that I don't use, hit me up, because you can probably have it. Let me explain to you what we're doing. So obviously I cut this off because once we bring the cab off, I wanted to leave the engine in place. I've made the decision just now that I'm not going to actually look after any of this. I'm just going to cut everything because we've just gone way too far. Now the inside of the cab's looking pretty good. I've got to a point where I can just start cutting stuff and it should all come out. We can then lift the cab off this chassis and put it back on the other chassis. Now it'll need a paint job, it'll need the roll cage installed, seat mounts, and then obviously all the wiring that we got on the floor will go back into it and it should run perfectly. I did cut a few things getting out of that, but I feel like my twisting and taping skills is on another level. You use like the cloth tape, it tapes better, so it shouldn't short out and start a fire in a $100,000 car, but if it does, just remember I said it shouldn't.
A few moments later.
Now I realized while pulling this apart that I haven't actually showed you guys a full tour of the shed. So I feel like this is a great opportunity because I'm really sick of pulling things apart. I want a break, and I'm thinking of anything else than doing this right now. So follow me for a shed tour. Well, you're already following me, so come with me. First and foremost, this is our main work area. Now, we've got the Ascenta hoists. The guys at Ascenta, I'd previously bought these hoists, you know, from the company itself, and I paid full retail, and I liked them so much, I went back again.
Alrighty, Kyle, we'll rig it up and we'll load her on.
Sweet.
Oh, you want to drive? It doesn't have a steering wheel.
That's fine, we'll work it out. Watch out anyone, I have zero control of what I'm doing. I'm new to the buttons.
That. Almost call you a professional.
Jesus. Woo. That was close. Wondering how to operate a crane? Don't ask me, that was a pure fluke. Honestly, I don't know how I didn't smash my trailer. And if we did, we could have edited it to make sure it looked like Jono operated the crane. Can you just hold that for a sec? See, he was operating the crane. And obviously we work together now as partners, and I couldn't be happier with, you know, the selection of hoists and workshop equipment they have. They're a really, really good brand. And when you're standing under tons and tons of steel, you really like to have that, like have a really good feeling about the quality of stuff. And that's exactly what you get out of Ascenta. So if you're looking for garage hoists, obviously Ascenta is the place to go. This is the donor car. Now, obviously we've been taking parts off, cutting parts off, and this is our Holly wiring. It looks like an absolute mess because it is. And we built it in 4 days and I didn't cut anything to size. I just sort of bundled it all together and put it in there. But Holly make a fantastic product as a plug and play, and obviously they're designed to go in things that are longer or shorter, and you just got to trim them up or you get them custom made. But Holly have everything I needed out of the package, so we're going to put that back in and try and make it a little bit neater. We'll see how we go. Here is our old cab. Now I've got a couple of things to pull off this to put on the new cab, things that mount to the firewall and stuff. Obviously we've got to re-sticker, repaint, remount seats and roll cages and stuff like that. That's cool. This is the remainder of what's left on the Hilux. Obviously, it's pretty much all intact. I had to take the blower and the manifold off to realistically get everything off, but hopefully all that stuff goes back on nicely. And, you know, we're not that close away from having it back on. We've got all our storage, we've got all our VP fuels and oils and stuff over in the corner there. We've got the drift car, which we bought to learn how to drift, and it broke on like the first day in the first like 10 minutes. We've got another future build up there. This is the Kingswood. I can't wait to actually do that one. That should be coming up soon. Waiting on a few parts for that. We've got the Midget. Now the Midget is probably one of my favorite builds ever. This is either going to be a rocket ship or a massive failure. We got a Temu supercharger and we doubled the horsepower. We put on methanol. It doesn't run anymore. I'm pretty sure it blew up. But we've got some really, really big plans for this car. So you're just gonna have to wait and see. Now guys, this moves us on to my final two cars under these racking. Now this VN Commodore, if you're into VNs, an Atlas Grey VN factory sunroof, all original interior, like that is the ultimate in a VN land. Now, you might be noticing if you've watched a few of these videos that this is sitting where the jet car used to sit. I truly believe that this is the greatest car I've ever seen. Well, that's because we got rid of the jet car to make room for this. This VN, it's had a lot of work done to it and a lot of work going into it. We're gonna build this as a drag and drive car and maybe go and do our first ever drag and drive. I have exactly zero experience drag racing, but I couldn't imagine it's too hard. You just wait for the light to go green, put your foot down, keep the wheel steady, go through the end, get a little ticket. You're done. Can't be that hard, right? Well, we'll see. And obviously we've got the X-Drag car Monaro, which once again is gonna be a very big dollar build. We're gonna do some really special things to that car. That's one of those ones where it costs a lot of money, so I need to save up. So if you see me working extra shifts at Coles, just mind your business, all right? I got race cars to pay for. Excuse the mess, because obviously we're halfway through a rebuild and I hate cleaning more than I hate rolling burnout cars, so that is that. Leads me to this massive big toolbox. Now, SP Tools, the Australian guy, is an Australian brand. They're fantastic quality tools. I've been carrying this around in my hand, I just realized for the last 30 seconds. It is something that they're really into supporting motorsport and they're really into supporting people of the trade. So if you're a mechanic or you're a weekend warrior, they have something for everyone. Thanks to those guys, we always have good quality tools to work on our junk. This is probably the less amount of junk in the workshop, considering everything we own and work on is junk.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. King in the castle, king in the castle.
But we have non-junk tools, so it sort of equals out. We've got the Monster fridge install. Now this is one of my favorite mods because we do some really big hours, and you can probably tell by looking at me, it looks like I've been awake for like 12 hours longer than what I should have been. It's because I am, because we have deadlines and we're flying around the world and we're doing all these things that create a lot of time and well, take a lot of time. And I stay awake by drinking caffeine and predominantly Monsters. So thank you Monster Energy for keeping me on the ball or keeping me out of my bed, whatever the way you want to look at it. We've got some B&M shifters. We just did some stuff for B&M. That's awesome. And yeah, this is my tool setup. So I'll give you a better look at it one day. We'll go through it. Everything's a mess right now. I've got stuff everywhere. Got the forklift. We've got our crash panel selection, which all that will be going in the latest giveaway. So I can't really say too much about it, but got this couch. And we're obviously, this is a work in progress. So I want to build an office. I want to build an upstairs mezzanine where we can do podcasting and all that kind of stuff. The office is going to be fantastic for John, who's behind the camera.
Okay.
Because John likes to have somewhere nice to sit and edit videos.
Wow! Okay!
And our plan is obviously we want to do this full time. We want to edit videos and make videos and reels and shorts and clips and whatever not every single day. And it takes a lot of effort, a lot of resources. And I would like for John to not sit on a bucket any longer and he can sit at a desk. So that's why we're building an office.
Your robots in here? So many activities!
Outside of the shed, we've got some massive plans. We're building a massive big driveway. And now, Kyle, why do you need such a wide, big driveway? Well, we don't just build cars here on the Luxifer Kyle channel. We like to test cars, predominantly spinning the wheels and burning rubber. That's what we do. So I want to be able to build a car here, roll outside, perform stunts, said stunts, hopefully not roll it on its roof, and give you guys every aspect we can give you. And burnouts for me is something that I feel like is a necessary testing for anything we build. So if it doesn't do a burnout, I don't really want it on the channel. But apart from all that, you've got your little tour now, and I suppose there's only really one thing left to do, and let's get back into working on this.
Day 2.
Now you're probably thinking, Kyle, this isn't the shed and you're not building a Hilux. Well, you're correct. We're at the airport. And why we're at the airport is a massive mystery, and you're gonna see why we're at the airport. But I can tell you a little bit. So yesterday I said we sold the jet car, and we sold the jet car to a gentleman that likes planes and helicopters and jet engines and cars. I like cars, so we've become friends, yes. Brings me up today, he goes, what are you doing today? I said, not much, just building a Hilux. He goes, you want to come for a fly to the biggest air show in the Southern Hemisphere? And I said, absolutely I do. So here we are, we're at the airfield, waiting for our mate to pick us up in his helicopter. He's not here yet. I hope he shows up. And then I'll show you more. Are your friends this girl? Didn't think so. Well, that was the quickest I've ever been from my house to the Gold Coast Racing Club. Now, as I said, extremely random. I rang Michael this morning about something unrelated. He said, do you want to come for a fly? And obviously the answer is always yes. So I guess we're going to see what the Gold Coast Air Show is all about. And we're going to bring you, just do some Kyle things, stuff that Kyle would do for the day. Anyway, come on. Alright guys, now that is the air show done and dusted, and I'll tell you what, as far as a random Friday goes, when your friend rings you up and goes, hey, you want to come for a fly in my helicopter and look at an air show, you always say yes. There's never an occasion where you don't say yes. And we're back now at the heli. We've got about a half an hour flight home. We might go through the islands and look at some cool shit. And then unfortunately, now because we've dicked around all day, we have to go back and work on the Hilux tonight because we've got a deadline. Why have we got a deadline, you ask? Well, I'm going back to America. So I need to get this finished. And there's one thing I can say about today is that it was very fun. We saw a lot of planes do some tricks. And tricks are good. They're good because they... Oh, the hell. What's this, man? Guys, I'll tell you what looks good when you're at 30,000 feet. How high do helicopters fly? 30,000. It's 13,000. How high? It's 5,000 feet. Guys, I'll tell you what looks good at 5,000 feet is my eyes looking outside of these Two Savage sunglasses. Now guys, right now you can get 10% off Two Savage with my code Luxifer. Any sunglasses you want, use my code, get a discount, and don't forget, do iconic shit.
Blades are turning, sun is hanging low. Islands scattered down there like stones I used to throw. Saw wind coming through the open door. Ain't felt as free in a long, long time before.
Well, we've safely made it back to the wrong airport. We're at a different airport we took off on, but we had to get the heli away before it got dark. We were too busy flying around the islands having a good time, but it was good to see the process. And you might see a small clip of Dave's getting the absolute shit out of us.
Carry me on home now, that's all I know. Left the coastline shrinking in the glass.
Thought our life was over, but it wasn't. We didn't die. So here we are, ready for another day. Better get home and start building Hiluxes, I suppose. So much sand in it. I'm going back to America. Well guys, we're going to deliver one of our $500 super cool gift boxes. And when I was checking the addresses of everywhere I was sending these, this was definitely the closest. So Storm, we packed some stuff up for you earlier, and I can't wait to show you, because as I was packing it, I was going, do I really want to give this away? It's really good memory. You can have it. And we did that a few times. So in the back here, And we'll walk through. I see you got a bit of a car show going on out the back there. Looks pretty cool. Give him a bit of a wash. One thing I said is everyone who buys one of these boxes gets a car part off the crash car. And I've got like a little thing on a roll the dice. And you got one. If I was going to pick one, I would have picked this one. So you're lucky there. But I'll let you open this up, mate. We'll put it down here, and you can. Yeah, wow. That is a very, very special flag, that one. So this Australian flag, I'll let you pull it out. This Australian flag was on the truck for the whole Australian time. The same flag, we've won Summernats events. We've done a hell of a lot with that flag. I was never going to give that away or sell it. I got offered a lot of money for that flag, but I felt like you deserve it. And so I chucked it in the box, signed it for you there. So that's a very special bit of memorabilia for me. So glad I could, I'm glad you could get it. So off the crash car, you got the headlight. You could probably rewire the light to be red, and you can put it in your room on the bench, or go your Monster hat. Signed it there for you. You know, that's what I have actually worn. That's one out of my personal collection. So there is a bunch of clothes. Some of the size you asked for. Some are a little bit bigger. Some a little bit smaller. You can give mum and dad can have some. And there's key rings. There is, what else we got in here. This is my Rocky Nuts entrant number plate. No one ever has them. You're the first one that I've given away. Normally that would be, I would not give that away. We'll put that over there. Can't get any more damage. It is. Here's some Cam memorabilia. A Monster cup, which I stole from the Monster warehouse, which no one's allowed to have, but you can have it. There is some Lux. There's what I'm looking for. I've never sold these. I just give them to some of my close sponsors and stuff. So this is my favorite shirt. This is the Vegas Burns. There's a bunch of merch in there. Now this is a plate off the actual car. It hasn't been on the car, but this is the only plates I use on the car. I'll sign that there for you. And the beanies. Like OG Luxifer shirts. I did chuck a big one in there as well. This is your size. You got jet car shirts, posters, key rings. Now these are pretty cool. So I've just partnered with 2 Savage. I thought you deserved a brand new pair of 2 Savage shades, mate. They're safety rated, so you go to work, you can wear them. I sign the side of it. You can rub that off if you want. Bunch of Monster stickers and Luxifer stickers. And hey guys, for everyone else that ordered the box, your boxes will be just as cool as this. I've got other things that we selected for different types of boxes, so there's only 1 or 2 left, maybe 1 left now. So if you need one, sale goes for another 2 weeks. And then obviously the reason you bought all this stuff is you want the grand prize at the door. I can tell you right now, between you and one other person, you have more entries than anyone. So technically you got a better chance than anyone. So but we'll go live and we'll draw that thing at the end of the month, or maybe just after. I'm in America next week. So yeah, good luck to you, man, and I hope you win it. So all right, see you back at the shed.